This is really on my mind, so I have to put my 2 cents in on it because it's just there. So, hola, estoy por una favorita, Bobby. Welcome to the Cousins Corner. You're about to listen to me talk. So, if you are online, you've been hearing a lot about the lady Isis, and she's sharing her story. The one who did the content about being a trophy wife, and then it comes out that her husband is just disgusting and a monster and all of that. This is in no way has anything to do with me pointing the finger at her or anything. The incident that happened to her daughters is not victim blaming or anything like that. I do have to say, however, to women who are out here maneuvering in this whole chase the bag mentality, this whole find someone to take care of you, this whole forget about love, it's all about being provided for, it's all about getting the ring and the bag, right? Anybody who is on that is up to you to be on that type of time, and that's totally fine. But any of you who are out there maneuvering in this way and you have children, you have kids to think about, you have other people who are relying on you, you have other people's emotions to think about, you have other people's futures to think about. You have to think about how the way you maneuver is going to affect your kids for the rest of their lives. Now, if you are out here and you are single and you decide that going for the bag is more important than love, going for the bag is more important than your physical safety, going for the bag is more important than your mental safety, or whatever the case may be, you do that. If it's just you ain't got no kids, you don't have any ties to anything or anybody, or whatever the case may be, you can move like that. I don't recommend it because it's going to catch up with you, but that's up to you. But all of the women who are out here moving that way and you have children, especially young children, I need you to take a moment and just really think about it. Take a moment and just think about that. Think about how the way you maneuver can and will affect your kids. And this is not just saying that, oh, just because you find a man and you jump from house to house that your kids are going to be touched or abused. No, that's not even what I'm just getting at. I'm also talking about, think about the way that moving them from person to person, or them getting used to this person, but then it doesn't work out with them. So then you hop on over to the next man, and then they're getting used to this person and that doesn't work, so you hop on over. Think about how that affects them as people, how that affects the way that they believe that relationships are supposed to work, the way that they believe that they're supposed to give and receive love, the way that they believe that they're supposed to be treated by people or treat other people. Please think about these things. When it's just you and you are sola dola and you are willing to put your safety in danger, or just to sacrifice having real love or real connection because you want to chase the bag, or because you're seeking stability, or because you're seeking a money sign or dollar sign or whatever the case may be, that's fine. But when you have children, you have another level of responsibility that you need to think about. And I need for y'all to start thinking about these things. And if you're not going to think about these things, stop having kids. Just stop having kids. I will never be afraid to tell somebody, don't have kids. Don't have kids. Just like I tell people, if you can't be faithful, don't be in a relationship. If you're not ready to invest emotionally into another person, don't be in a relationship. If you are not ready to make every single move off of your life based off of not only yourself, but the people who are also relying on you, do not have children. And if you do have them, I'm sorry about you, but you have another level of responsibility that you owe to those kids, to make sure that the way that you maneuver in your life and what homes you drag them into and what situations you put them into, you have a responsibility to those children. And I know I'm getting passionate because I work with kids. That is my career. I work with kids and I'm very passionate. No, I don't have any. Don't come for me telling me that I can't talk because I don't have. I've raised and helped bring up enough of them to understand this. And from being a child that grew up in situations where, oh, it's just easier to just stay with the mate because it makes it better for the kids. No, it doesn't. I promise you. We rather you leave. I remember specifically saying I'd rather be on the street than to be in this situation, watching my mama would go through what she went through. You have to think about your kids. Like that JT clip that's like, I don't have kids, I don't have to go as hard. I'm sorry, but that's true. If I, as a woman who is childless, child-free, whatever you want to call it, decide that I forget love, I want to chase the bag, and I'm willing to put myself in danger, that's on me. But if I had children, I wouldn't be able to maneuver like that. I shouldn't be maneuvering like that anyways, but I wouldn't be able to maneuver like that because I have people that are relying on me, and not only are they relying on me, I'm responsible for protecting them. I'm gonna calm down. Calmate, calmate, calmate. You owe it to your kids to be responsible and to make responsible decisions. Sorry if you don't want to work. Sorry if it's easier to have somebody busting you upside the head and getting a bag from them or whatever. But when you got kids, you got to worry about their heads too. And I need y'all to start thinking like that. You have children, you cannot afford to maneuver like that. And it's too many of y'all thinking, well, the kids don't see it. They don't see what's going on. As a kid who was in certain situations, we see it. I guess I'm grown now, so I can't say we. They see it. They know. Kids are not stupid. I can't tell you how many times as a child I remember having to sit there while things were being said, even if they were being whispered, and pretend like I didn't hear it. The most vile things, people being threatened right there in your face, listening to things being said, and some children can dissociate. They learn how to dissociate. That's not healthy either. I was very well aware. Couldn't say nothing. Had to keep playing with my toys and pretend like I didn't know what was going on. Kids are not dumb. And you owe it to your children to protect them. That's all I gotta say. If you sat here and listened to me rant, ramble, thank you for that. But I'm very passionate about the youth. I'm very passionate about children because of what I've gone through as a child, and because my career is working with children. And I see so much stuff. I hear so much stuff. They tell me so much stuff. I have so many conversations day in and day out that are not comfortable. Protect your kids. And if you can't do that, stop having them. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TikTok. Bye.